with the beautiful Megan Gale at Forbes Women's Summit. And Megan, today is all about, well, there's a few topics, but longevity is one of them.
Yes.
And I feel like, beauty brands have been selling the concept of, aging, anti-aging for so many years. And now it's really, Lancôme's taking the stance of biological age.
Yeah.
How does that, having had your face in the spotlight for so many years, how does that change the way you think about aging?
I'm actually personally fascinated with the concept of biological age. I've actually had my biological age tested twice, but not for a while, and I'm due to have it done again. I'm a little bit scared to have it done because when I first had it done, there was actually quite a gap between my chronological age and my biological age. I think that gap has closed now because a lot's happened.
So,
I've had 2 kids.
as in you were a lot younger than your age, your biological
a lot,
age?
Yeah.
Wow,
And
so
then
you've
I had
been
it
doing
done,
something right.
Well, no, this was a while ago. This is when I was 35. And then I had it done again a little bit later, and that gap
you were
had
really ahead of
closed.
the curve.
That gap had closed.
So what did you do? What test did you do?
Well, it was actually, you would be aware of a health retreat called Gwingana.
Oh, yes.
So they offered it as a service if you wanted to get your biological age done. So they have a specific test to help, and with covering off on all the markers that helped to determine your biological age.
I think I did that years ago.
You might have.
Yeah.
And then when I went back several, might have been about 7 years later, it had...
It had closed
I wasn't as
a little
smug.
bit.
I was a little bit like,
Parenthood
oh,
does
gosh.
that.
Oh, God, yes. So many things. But the good news about it, that while it can be confronting to see that number, all the decisions that we make and the things that we choose to do for our lifestyle and wellness choices can help determine what that number is. So it
true.
is to a degree.
We have control. We have somewhat control.
Correct.
What we eat, Actually, I did it with Dr. Adam Brown recently. So he's got the Longevity Institute. He's talking today.
I'm so thrilled to hear what he has to say.
It's really interesting, and they do all the tests, like the one where you go on the bike and you have to blow into the thing, and so it's
your
very
grit
thorough.
test,
Yes.
all of those sorts of things. Yeah.
Have you done this? The longevity, the Lancôme, what's it called? The skin screen?
No,
I just did it.
How did you go?
I actually 2 years younger. I'm so surprised.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to do it.
You're scared.
You kind of go,
I know, you're like, do I want to know?
Is it going to be confronting? But I think it's good that we know. Same with the biological age testing. It's kind of good that we know so we can see how we're tracking and where we're at.
It's true. I think it's the kind of thing where, yes, it's information. Knowledge is power. It gives us so
100%.
much ability. So Lancôme structured the MD longevity range into 3 distinct life stages. And I believe you're Intercept, is that correct?
Intercept, yeah. I think it's Anticipate, Intercept and Reset. So Intercept is more in the 35 to 55
That was
age
me as
group.
well.
This is where we are. And I think, and it's so great that Lancôme are putting so much into this because it just helps us. Because I don't know about you, I would say the answer is going to be yes, but the skincare regime that I had and the products I used in my 20s and 30s, it just doesn't cut it anymore.
No.
So it's great that you have these products that are engineered towards where you're at, and we have to be really mindful of that because especially as we start to get into the glorious perimenopause years, our skin changes and our wants and needs are different, and we want to invest in the skincare that's going to work. So with me being at Intercept, it is, and in that 35 to 55 age group, it is more about using products that can help stimulate that repair process in your skin and help to maintain that.
What are some of the things you're doing from a wellness perspective? So you've got your skincare sorted with Longevity MD. What are you doing wellness-wise to kind of attack this life stage, this wonderful perimenopausal fun that we have?
100%. It can be so overwhelming because we're told you've got to build more muscle and you've got to support that, you've got to take more protein.
How do we get all the protein
and the creatine and make sure we're hydrating, but we've got to get enough sleep.
And the electrolytes
And the electrolytes, which are all of those things I take. I think for me, the main thing was about trying to regularly move my body, which I've always been good at, but I think what I think is also particularly cruel about this stage of life, I say it in jest, But we go through this stage where we need to do so many more things to support us, but we've never been busier.
Yeah,
so we're also
exactly.
time poor. So
I know, and you've got young children or
young
teenage
kids.
children, which are even more demanding on discovery.
I know, I remember we've spoken about that.
Oh, Jesus.
But I think rather than succumbing to the pressure to try and do it all and juggle it all and do all these things to support us every single day, it's just like those little
Incremental things.
Yeah, just making sure we've got our little toolkit.
Yeah.
Because for all of us, things that might work for me might be different for you.
That's true.
So it's good to take inspiration and all this information that we get, but then we've got to just find what works for us.
So you're on creatine, electrolytes, what other supplements do you take?
Magnesium's a big one for me.
Oh, yeah.
Probiotics, prebiotics.
Are there any brands that you recommend? Because it's quite hard to know which ones. And collagen, do you take collagen?
Yeah, I love Beauticate as a brand. I think across the board.
It's really reliable.
They're really, really good. Yeah, look, I think again it's about trial and error and seeing what works for you.
Do you take a greens supplement?
Sometimes I do. With my greens, I
Just hate
prefer
the
to
powders.
have that from the actual source.
Yeah, me too. But
I'm
it's
more
then
of
you have
trying
to think
to get
about
it.
being healthy.
Yeah, I know. I don't mind actually leafy greens and all those.
Yeah, that's good.
Get the folate in there.
So do you
the
do
broccoli.
a smoothie, or what do you like to cook to be healthy? Any good healthy cooking tips? Snacks?
Oh gosh. I love a good smoothie actually.
Yeah.
Because that's a good way to actually
Yes, you
just
can
throw
just throw it all
everything
in. Yeah.
whiz it up,
Yeah.
and away you go.
Okay.
So I find that to
I'm
be
gonna
like
get
a
back on the
quick,
green smoothie
quick,
bandwagon.
easy way to get it done.
Okay, so you have got a lot on your plate. You recently got married. You've got, young kids. You've got Dollywood, Daylesford, David Jones, Longcom, like so many things that you do with your career as well. And, the word balance gets thrown around a lot. How do you balance, how do you make decisions between what you say yes to and when you need to take downtime and listen to your body?
Oh gosh, it's something I've learned over the years. It is about listening to your body and listening to yourself and just constantly checking in about whether you're pushing it too far and overloading yourself, because I don't think any of us, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable to take on too much, and especially when you've got young kids that depend on you to be at your best. It's like that saying of when you're on a plane, fix your own...
Yes, oxygen mask.
Apply your own oxygen mask before you help others.
Yeah.
And I kind of apply that to life as well, that I want to make sure that I don't... And so that's what dictates yes or no for me. And I kind of look at... And it's a bit hard because I don't have regular hours on regular days, and sometimes it can be a bit of an unpredictable...
Yeah, like travelling up here for this, Will you be out here overnight and then go back down? Or?
Last night I was up here and here for this morning.
Yeah.
But it's about kind of, constantly checking in with your schedule and seeing what's ahead, and then knowing what's happening with the kids, because my kids are super busy. They're busier than me.
They have a lot of activities.
They have a lot going on.
Yeah.
So
you mummy Uber all the time?
I am, and they are my priority, and I try and sort of juggle everything in around them.
I think the thing about the work that we do is, yes, it's not 9 to 5, but it's the mental toll of having social media and, having to constantly be on and constantly be thinking of content. I don't know for you, but for me,
for
very
sure.
much
Yeah.
a long, even though I'm not in the office 9 to 5, and but then the kids see me at home on my phone, and then they're like, "You're always on your phone," and I'm like, I know, but this is actually work. So I'm not in the office. The work's not taking me away from you, but work is taking me away from you on my device. So
yes, I know, and that's hard too. And I think, fortunately, like for us, our kids are old enough that we can kind of explain it to them. When my kids were younger, when they didn't understand the concept of
that's true.
devices and work and how much we need to sort of be doing stuff, even if we're with them, that was a bit harder. But it's I really try and. We can't be it all to everyone all the time, every day. And so we have to be kind to ourselves. We have to give ourselves a break sometimes.
Bit of compassion.
And rather than trying to find balance every single day, because I know some people say balance is impossible. I think it's possible, but I think it's possible if we apply balance generally speaking. So we might not do all of the things that will
all the time
equate to balance for the course of a day, but we might do one or two things, and then the next day it'll be like, okay, I'm going to park work, let the washing pile up, and I'm going to hang out with my kids. So it's about
spend some time playing.
I
like that. Long game. Okay. So the Forbes Women's Summit is about business and leadership, and Longcom's longevity science is at its core about playing the long game. What does the long game mean for you and where your career is heading?
Oh gosh, it's kind of an impossible question to answer for me because like we've known each other for what, 15 years, 20 years maybe?
20 years I've been doing this, so I think I would have met you.
Yeah, so if you had asked me that 20 years ago, there is no way I'd be like, oh, I'll be busier than ever at almost 51. Like, I just wouldn't have said that.
But how amazing.
It's very fortunate and it's wonderful, but it's just my whole career has always been a little bit choose your own adventure. Let's wait and see.
Yeah, we don't plan, do we?
No, so the long game is, I don't know. It could look...
Do you have some goals that you're sort of working towards that you can share?
No, I have a couple of things that I've just done that I can't talk about now that have just come up in the last sort of month. Yeah,
Watch this space.
In the next week or two you'll see. But yeah, I've just always been really lucky that things have just kind of evolved and come about really organically and naturally, and I kind of take it as a bit of a like, you know, one step at a time kind of an approach. And
fly by the seat of your pants.
I really do, and I find that works better for me to not be so rigid in forward planning. You have to a degree to have a bit of structure in life, but
it's about preparation, I guess, being prepared.
Yeah, and just going with the flow. But yeah, you have to be prepared that these things just come in spontaneously and you either go with them or not, depending on what's happening at the time of your life. But yeah, everything has been really quite a lovely surprise, and to still be here now.
Well,
after
it's
so
testament
many
to
years.
what you do and what you do well.
Oh,
so
thank
you know,
you.
it's you know, longevity in this industry is hard, and
it is super hard. In fact, it's near impossible. I mean, I was always told when I started at 18 that, you know, there was very much back then a message of, by the time you're 25, 30, your career, you're done. Your career's done.
Yeah, enjoy it while you can, little lady.
Kind of. And as I got older, I got busier, and it was really, really lovely. And I know it's a really fortunate, unique position, but I do think now when we're looking, you know, in this landscape of beauty and fashion, we are seeing more women like myself that are 40s, 50s, 60s, and especially with Longcom, like
it's so inspiring
to align with them. They are great at supporting women of all ages and making their customer and the consumer feel represented and seen and not invisible. Like Christy Tellington, they've got Demi Moore.
Demi Moore,
like,
right there. We're looking at the picture of her in the Longevity MD campaign. She looks incredible.
Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, 50's the new 40 and 40's the new 30 and
that's it.
60's the new 50.
That's it. Why not?
Oh, well, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you. Lovely to chat with you too.
Yay.